Hello there and welcome to the West Ham versus Liverpool preview in what is another big game for Liverpool. We're facing a team that is 2 points behind us in the table and are also bang in form themselves as well. So this is going to be a difficult game, as every single game seems to be for Liverpool at this moment in time. Now, feel free to get a like on this video if you please. Feel free to subscribe if you're new around here and let me know what your thoughts are ahead of this game on Sunday at 4:30 as well, as we come in and we face West Ham United. Now, this is a predicted lineup generated by SofaScore. Okay, now, in my opinion, and from probably pretty much everyone else's, there's going to be at least one name that isn't in this lineup, and it looks like it could be Fabinho. Now, Jurgen Klopp has done a press conference or answered some questions regarding, what is happening with Fabinho, what's happening with Joel Matip. Seemed to sound a little bit more optimistic about Joel Matip than he did about Fabinho. Was very short in his response about Fabinho, which sort of gives you a little bit of a, ooh, now it's 50-50. Is he hinting at something else that's maybe, it is a more serious injury for Fabinho, which obviously, fingers crossed, we hope it isn't. Or is he just wanting to keep something, players, cards close to his chest? Is he wanting to do that? I'm hoping it's the latter, and he's wanting to keep something secret, keep something in reserve, and maybe we might see Joel Matip again. I'm not entirely sure. When it said it was like ankle ligaments or something like that, I'm not a sports science person, but for me that sounds like it could be a serious injury. So, my lineup is pretty much the exact same as this, if not the same. What you might see, so I'll run through what my lineup would be. It'd be Alisson, Trent, Nat Phillips, Jordan Henderson, and Andy Robertson. That's your back line and defence. Then it would be Thiago in midfield, Gini Wijnaldum, maybe Curtis Jones, or James Milner. Milner had a good game against Tottenham. I've got no reason why I could think to leave him out of this game as well. Could be an absolutely vital key or cog in this midfield as well. And then the front three speak for themselves as well. The front three will be, as long as they're not injured, Mane, Firmino and Salah. That's what it would be for Liverpool. So, take away Fabinho from this lineup that they've got here and put in Nat Phillips. That's my predicted lineup. And either Curtis Jones or James Milner, however you want to do it. Now, the midfield battle is going to be very, very important. And it comes down to one player that always catches my eye. And it's Tomas Soucek, if that's how you say his name. Now, I've got up here the last game that they played, which was against Crystal Palace, and they won 3-2. Now, I think in this game, let me just look quickly. They actually did manage to go up 3-1 at one point as well. They were very good in this game. They didn't have all the possession, but they had so many chances. And obviously, Liverpool are a different, we're a different level of opposition to Crystal Palace, but still, West Ham are a difficult team. If I want to see who they played before these guys as well. Obviously, FA Cup 4-0. They played against West Brom 2-1, won 1-0 against Burnley and Everton as well. They did go through a little bit of a patch where they were drawing games, and one loss to Chelsea, draws. But then since then they've racked up wins. In fact, they've got 6 wins. In their last 6 games. That's pretty impressive. Regardless of the opposition that they've had in the FA Cup, that's pretty impressive, to be fair. But let's go back to Soucek here. He's a goal-scoring threat from corners, which is going to be something that we're going to be struggling with. If we can't have Joel Matip or Fabinho at centre-back, he's going to be a massive danger. But not just that. He always finds himself running into the box. So say if West Ham have got an attack, and it's maybe playing around our box, they're maybe trying to flash it, from a winger. Say they're going to have like Fornals or Bowen, and those guys are on the wings or up in the higher attacking bits there, and they're going to want to get balls into the box. And if the ball stays in the box a little bit too long in our box and we don't get rid of it, you start to see Soucek will be coming up, and he'll be coming up, and he's a bit of a danger in the box as well. He really is. He's a danger with his head as well. He's I don't know if it'll give me like what his player details and such like that. How tall he is. 192 centimeters. I don't know what that is in feet, but it sounds tall. It sounds tall. he's a physical presence, just in general. When you look at Soucek as a player, he's a very good, in my opinion, he's a very good player. He's actually someone that I looked at, I was like, wouldn't mind you at Liverpool, to be honest with you. He catches the eye a bit more than Declan Rice. Nothing against Declan Rice, but Soucek, for me, seems to be the guy that is transforming West Ham's midfield. And that's just my opinion from the outside looking in, and from games I've watched of theirs, which are very few and far between. You know, I don't always have the time to watch everybody's games because they're so thick and fast these days. But he always catches my eye. Always catches my eye. Always a danger. Always a presence in the box. Very, very good player, and someone that I am definitely worried about in their midfield. But in general, they're playing pretty well. So their goal scorers in this game against Palace, Soucek, and Craig Dawson. So their forwards weren't actually getting in on the act in this one. Apart from, you know, assisting. Even so, whatever. That's just details. Details. Come on. But Antonio, difficult player. Benrahma looks like a very skillful player. They've just made his transfer permanent from Brentford for 19 million, apparently. Jared Bowen, Pablo Fornals, dangerous players. These two, obviously Soucek, for me, being the more dangerous of the players, both defensively as well, not just offensively. And Declan Rice getting up and down, wanting to control the play as well. Kufal took me by surprise. I didn't actually see West Ham having signed him or anything like that, but I remember watching a game with him in it, and he looked very good going up and down that right-hand side as well. Fabianski has these games sometimes where he's a little bit garbage, but then he has these games where he absolutely turns into like Manuel Neuer, like prime Neuer, which could be any time because he's still very good. And he has very, very good games. Ogbonna can also blow hot and cold as well. He had a game a couple of weeks ago, or maybe even not so long ago, where he was very, very good. Might have been against Tottenham, if they played Tottenham recently. I can't remember, but I remember he scored a header at some point as well against a team, and that was very, very good. How can Liverpool win this game? We've got to do everything that we did against Spurs, and for me, our key player will most likely end up being Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson, or Thiago, and these guys getting balls forward. We're gonna kind of have to go. If you know, you know. We're kind of gonna have to go like maybe a little bit Kevin Keegan, Newcastle sort of football, right? So whoever we put in defence, as long as there's bodies there, that's pretty much all we're gonna have to deal with, depending on what happens injury-wise for Fabinho, Joel Matip, or whether Liverpool pull their finger out and maybe sign someone within the next 2 days. Who knows? But what we're going to have to do is just make sure that we're creating chances. Creating chances is what is going to do us so much good. Like so much good. The amount of chances that we created against Tottenham was brilliant. I think 14 chances, 14 shots in general. I think we had like 7 on target. Obviously scored 3 goals as well. Much better from Liverpool than in recent games where we played like Newcastle, had 17 shots and 1 on target for the entire game. I think maybe West Brom was a little bit similar. I think we had like 11 shots, maybe 4 on target, a little bit better. But then we came up against Southampton or someone else. There was someone else that we played, and we created loads of chances, and there was like 1 or 2 shots on goal. This was much better from Liverpool, and as Jurgen Klopp said, it actually looked like a much better, much more us, how we've looked in the last couple of seasons. It looked very, very good. So, we need to sort of maybe try and win the midfield battles if we can, but we're obviously using some of our midfielders in defence, so winning these battles isn't always going to be easy. That's not to say that whoever we put in midfield, it's not like we're putting in like conference level players. We're not. We're putting in some very good world class players. Thiago, Gini Wijnaldum, James Milner, Curtis Jones as a young up and comer as well, and playing decidedly, in my opinion, quite well for someone his age as well. And in the, the situation that we're in, trying to make sure that we solidify top 4 and maybe push on for a title challenge at some point. But top 4 is what the aim is right now. Winning these battles in midfield against 2 guys like Soucek and Declan Rice, both physical presences, both big guys as well. Like, they can put their weight around, but they're actually quality footballers as well. They're actually very good quality footballers, good on the ball, good moving the ball as well, and they can put aggression in as well, which is very good. Winning the midfield battle's not going to be as easy as people might think. People might still look at West Ham like, oh, it's West Ham. They're 2 points behind us in 5th. If they win this game, they go above us. It is what it is. You know, if they draw with us, fair play. Hopefully we make it competitive. But Liverpool, for me, it's absolutely vital that we be picking up 3 points. Because things are so close in the Premier League right now that we are sat on 37 points. Man City in first are on 41. Man United are on 40. Leicester are on 39. West Ham on 35. Tottenham 33. Everton 33. Chelsea and Arsenal both on 30. Like, it's just... all the points, everyone is so close. There are 11 points between us and Leeds in 12th. There's still so many permutations to this league that could happen. Like, I think someone said on commentary last night, we were 21 points ahead at this time last season. Those are memories. Definite memories. You know, whether we go on to actually do a title challenge this season, I'm not sure. But one thing I am for damn sure that we need to do is we need to be picking up 3 points in every single game possible that we can. We still have, even with the injuries that we have, as much as it gets us down, and as much as it is easy sometimes just to rest on the fact it's like, oh, well, we've had this person injured, that person's injured, everyone's injured, we're missing so many players, we still have quality world-class players to get results. West Ham are going to be a difficult team to come up against. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt about it whatsoever. But we still need to put the work in, put the pressure in, put the high work rate in against a team like West Ham. And if we can do that and do anything anywhere near similar to what we did against Spurs, we can walk out of here with another victory away from home. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park whatsoever. It really, really isn't. They are going to be dangerous. They've gone, like, I think their last 4 games, they've won all 4 of them. At least what it says here anyway. Yes. So, I mean, they're banging form. They really are. One of the most informed teams apart from Man City in the whole top 6. In the whole league as well. So, we need to be on our toes in this game. We need to be on our toes in this game and make sure we don't take it for granted. And that is the exact same for the players as well. Now, how do I see this game going down? I feel that we will be on a little bit of a high after playing Tottenham and getting the result that we did. I think it's going to be close, though. I do think it's going to be close. Because people might look at it and say, well, look at what we did to Tottenham. It's like, yeah, that's fair play, but this is a different team, different playing style. You need to approach every single game. You know, you're only as good as your last game. That was very, very good. Now we need to come to this game and make sure we put in a good performance here. I'm going to say it's 2-1 Liverpool. It's so cliche from me, because I always, if I'm not sure whether Liverpool will win or whatever, I will always pretty much say we're going to win 2-1. I'm not entirely sure whether we'd keep a clean sheet depending on who starts for Liverpool. Obviously, this is being recorded on Friday night, and just because I don't have the opportunity to record on a weekend. So I don't know what update we will have had. We might know if Joel Matip or Fabinho is going to be playing in this game. If either of them play, it strengthens my belief that we can go out and win. But I still believe if we have someone like a Nat Phillips and Jordan Henderson at centre-back, I still believe we have the quality to be able to get a good result here. I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Feel free to get your comments in the comments section below. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you once again. Do have yourselves a good weekend. Do take care, and I will catch you later.